Representative Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank the witnesses for joining us today. I appreciate you being here. I think we all know that energy has been one of the few bright spots in an otherwise more abundant economy. And I wish we could get everybody in Washington to realize the value that we would get by taking a moonshot approach to energy to becoming energy secure by the year 2020. I also know that veterans are the perfect fit for the energy industry. They're self-disciplined, they believe in teamwork, they're motivated, they have good technical skills, they're willing to learn, and they believe in structure and process. And all of those are important to a safe energy area work environment. I'll save my questions for the second round if that's okay with you. But I will say this, I chair the Economic Opportunity Subcommittee of the Veterans Affairs Committee, and this is also an initiative we're looking at because it seems like the energy is the perfect space, if you will, to help improve veterans' unemployment and bring it down to something, actually, in my view, it ought to be well below the national average for employment overall. And I think this is a great place to do it because the veterans, as I said, are very well qualified. The energy industry is a great place to have them. And plus, based on my background in energy, I remember that those are the best paying jobs in the country, some of the highest paying jobs. Even though sometimes they're in difficult environments, veterans respond well to that because of their self-discipline and ability to get things done. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your initiatives in this particular area. You'll hear more from the Veterans Affairs Committee on this particular issue. I look forward to the next round.
And we'll conclude now with our birthday boy, Representative Flores.
Well, 60 plus one day, so it was a big one. Again, thank you for coming. And Mr. Chairman, I apologize for missing the early part of the hearing. We had a budget committee meeting today to talk about the fiscal challenges of the country, and I'm hoping we can get those addressed soon. If we don't fix that, then everything else is going to be a minor issue, I guess, so to speak. I think most of you probably know that there is a program called TAP, Transition Assistance Program, that deals with the transition of current military men and women to the private sector. We have worked on TAP in the VA committee to try to improve it over the last several months. And one of the most recent things that we did, it was in a bill that I introduced called the Service Members Choice and Transition Act, which adds an education track to the TAP program. And your feedback would be particularly valuable on this in terms of, as you are trying to hire military men and women as they transition to the private sector, you can tell me what they're lacking. Mr. Nash, you talked about it a little bit in terms of 11 Bravo and the resume. What does that translate to in terms of real world experience? Tell me a little bit about what we can do to help make TAP better, particularly with respect to education, with respect to certifications, and then we'll talk about the post 9/11 GI Bill in a minute. So whichever of you that
I think the key component on that is that the way we treat skilled trade education and spend versus the way we treat college attendance. So we really need to address the way the GI Bill is framed up currently, how the spend is utilized when you attend a skilled trade course, CDL, welder, etc., and it costs maybe $7,000 or $8,000 for a short program. The consumption of your benefit monthly is consumed on a rate of about $1,500 per month. And so we've got an imbalance of how we allow people to choose a trade. And quite honestly, the skilled trades are in high demand and good paying jobs, and we need to improve upon that.
Okay. Any of the rest of you have comments about?
Yes, sir. I went through TAP and ACAP twice, as a matter of fact, when I left active duty in 2008. And then also when I left, I was a mobilized reservist, so that's active duty in the reserves. Mm-hmm. And I've seen great improvements that have been made. There's a TAP workshop where you spend the majority of the week going to classes where they're helping you with your resume, interviewing skills, informing you of all the opportunities that are available for you, in addition to your GI Bill. There's more programs and stuff that you can take advantage of. So they do a great job about educating the service member when they come out of what's available to them. The gap is just like Mr. Smith said, it's that training. We get a lot of great classroom time, but if there was an opportunity for us to have an opportunity to take 6 weeks and to earn a CDL before you left active duty, you as an 11 Bravo infantryman with nothing else but a few years experience, maybe a trip to Iraq and a CDL, you will make a 6-figure income.
Right.
Come to Texas, I'll hire you real quick.
Well, that's the way we build a middle class too. So I agree with you on that.
And that'll do a great job about helping keep them with the struggles that they have from any transition. That's going to, having that great job lined up right away and walking into, they're going to be much happier, their family's going to be happier. You're going to solve a lot of problems that way, sir.
Any of the rest of the panel have any comments?
I think that where we've seen a change in the last year, just in the last year, is to be able to get in front of these individuals in that transition period to provide them with some of the skills and the training needed. We've seen our success rate just really change and improve because of that. And the key, another key aspect is getting the buy-in and the belief from the people that are part of the transition planning, that they know what you're looking to do. They know that if this individual gets in the program, they're going to get trained for a skill, and they're going to end up with a good paying job or career for them and their family. And when they see that, their belief in what we're doing or what all of us are trying to do is what sells that program to the service members in that transition period. So just in the last year, we've seen a change. That the benefits is still an issue that continues to be out there, that we hope we continue to see some improvements in that as well.
Well, again, thank you for all you're doing for our nation's veterans. And Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
All right. I'm going to thank each of you for your testimony today. This has been a very